Hey everyone, it's Shelby, and I am here to tell you why I'm kicking myself in the butt for not taking a photo or a video yesterday, last night, this morning, whatever you want to call midnight of today. But anyway, I forgot for just a second that anything is possible. Anything is possible. And because I slipped on that, I did not take documentation of my leg before putting an oil that I made myself on it. Now let me explain why this is a big deal. So I got MRSA. MRSA. It's a flesh-eating disease. I'm past all of this now, but I had gotten this back in February. I was in 3 car accidents in one day, which in itself, that's very ironic. It gets better. I worked for an insurance company, not to name drop. So I worked for a insurance company at the time. Was on the phone reporting my first 2 accidents while I was rear-ended for the 3rd one. Pretty traumatic day. So you could see that it was a lot of chaos. The roads were insane. It was an ice show. I was out there on my own at that point, and there was a moment where I jumped out of my car while it was getting impacted by another, and my body went through just so much stress, I guess. It's kind of a medical mystery still how this happened, but when I jumped out of my car and slid across the street to avoid the car hitting me, like a penguin, kind of, across the ice, in snowboarding gear, by the way. I'm in like little snowflake pajama pants, basically, and the town of Everett's watching me. But so this whole traumatic experience is going on, and I bumped my knee, and it leads in ingrown hair to turn to MRSA. But I knew it was MRSA instantly, and the doctors were like, there's no way, that's not possible. Like, you jumped out of a car. Are you even telling the truth? Well, anyway, few months go by, and sure enough, it's cleared up now, but it was a long process. It actually took a month before the doctors would do any testing to see if it was MRSA. They just kept saying that it was a spider bite that upon impact turned into an infection. And I've seen MRSA on others, and I felt a spider bite in the past, and it was bad. Now, I don't have photos on this video or video of this because it was very graphic. But if you'd like to see the progress of what it was like, go follow my Instagram. I've got it up on there. But anyway, it took a month of going back to the walk-in clinic because I don't have medical in the first place. So I'm going to the walk-in clinic. They're refusing to test it. And one day with the power outage, I could not keep a hot compress on it. Couldn't take care of myself the way I needed to, and I couldn't handle it. I had this for weeks already, like 3 weeks. So I cut into my own leg. I literally dug into my leg, lanced it, used tweezers that weren't even the most sterile because it was a blackout and I was at someone else's random house. And I pulled the MRSA out of my leg, the flesh-eating disease, all of the nasty flesh. So it wasn't huge because I had been treating it with essential oils. So MRSA is actually staph, and it's a mutated form of staph. And what had happened was back in the day, in the 2000s of some year, I don't want to claim what year, the FDA made a chemical and bleach banned. And with that, the hospitals had massive outbreaks of staph. And they had to come up with a new chemical to replace it, but it wasn't good enough. And staph mutated. So bacteria, they don't replicate their DNA with proofreading. So there's a lot of mutations that occur, and because they mutate and they're reproducing, it's like happening quickly. So MRSA is formed from this mutation. It's resistant to antibiotics. So even though I've now gotten the diagnosis and they've got me on antibiotics, great, it's still not working. So again, you can watch the progression in my Instagram and see the photos and the videos, but it was so much pain. It was the most pain I've ever had in my life, and it was in my leg, the whole leg, but it just shot through my whole body, and I wanted to cut that leg off. Well, anyway, I tell you all of this backstory because it's left an impact not only on my life, but on my leg. I did the cutting, the removing, the healing, and I had a little scar. I am so proud of myself for what I accomplished, for never going to the hospital, never getting systemically sick, doing the proper things, but with essential oils. But anywho, I had a scar, and I've been trying to address that. Vitamin E wasn't working, Aloe hasn't done anything. The essential oils only helped so much with the scarring. So now that I've started at a great natural school, I've used the organic local herb of anise hyssop. And I made myself a little mashed up medley of that, mixed it with olive oil, and you can see the photos of this on Instagram as well. Soaked it for a week and a half. Just last night, bottled it up, and was like, okay, let's just put it on there just in case. There's no way I was going to do anything overnight. I'm not going to take a photo. I'm not going to take a video. It's like midnight. It's not going to happen overnight. That's not possible. Because again, I forgot for just a second that anything was possible. So today, while I'm sitting in chemistry class, fidgeting, I'll like bite my nails sometimes or touch this thing on my leg that I didn't like that had a bump. But today I was like feeling for my bump, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my gosh, where's this bump? I don't feel it. And then it occurred to me, overnight, my little concoction has made my bump almost completely go away. I still have the scar because it's only been a night, but let me show you. This little bottle. Not hard to make, not expensive to make. I mean, you want to grab stuff with good quality and you want to make it. Part of this whole collaborative that I'm trying to form with this video is not just to spread knowledge, but it's to show you guys that you can be sustainable. You can do this for yourself. And then also be an inspiration for others. And sometimes that really does involve helping others with your knowledge, and then actually processing that knowledge like through use. So what I did is I put this on my leg. Let's see, can you see? How do I do that? I'm not sure how to turn the camera on a live video. All right, there's a scar, but from the side you can surely see there's no bump. There's nothing raised. And when I was feeling for it today, that's why I was so struck. I was like, where is this lump? This stuff is amazing, and I have to document this along the way. And I don't know what else is going to come of this, but I just needed you all to know that that's absolutely possible. Go make some for yourself. You can direct message me. I'll tell you exactly how I made it. But go make some for yourself and start putting it on your body and seeing what it does for you. I am not a doctor. I'm not making any medical advice. I am not giving any professional advice in any way, shape, or form. I am only Shelby Kluge, and I am merely stating what has self-worked. Just giving that disclaimer for you all. But go try this for yourself. Go make some. And if it's not this herb, go experiment and try others and see what's possible. Anything is possible. Have a great day. Have fun.